on the go. This is Valley News Live at 9 on Fargo CW.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. We begin tonight with new information on the Dakota Access Pipeline conflict as protesters stood face to face with law enforcement. Here's what we know so far. As of 8:15 tonight, 117 protesters have been arrested near the new protest camp. And happening right now, law enforcement is engaged in a situation at the Backwater Bridge just north of the main camp. We can confirm there were 2 incidents where shots were fired late this afternoon. A protester along the front line on Highway 1806 fired 3 rounds towards officers. Now, no one was injured and the protester was taken into custody. The Department of Emergency Services says protesters also ran a person off the road and the driver, who was armed, was shot in the hand. In another case, authorities say a woman being placed under arrest pulled out a gun and fired 3 shots at officers, narrowly missing a deputy. Protesters claim they have a right to occupy the land according to an 1851 treaty.
We've been here for months and they're still digging and now they're trenching and who knows what they're disturbing now, and I just want to run out there by myself, but they keep telling me not to because it's dangerous. There are armed people standing there with their guns, with their finger on the trigger, and so I feel really helpless right now.
The incidents continue to occur near the protest site. Emergency management reports Molotov cocktails are being thrown at police and 2 shots have been fired. Fires set near the Backwater Bridge. Today was a day of action as 7 busloads of law enforcement officers along with dozens of patrol vehicles rolled towards the protest site at noon. Now, throughout the day, officers slowly moved demonstrators back, but not before they set fire to tires and other debris along 1806. By the end of the day, police had pushed demonstrators all the way back to the original Sacred Stone camp.
Our mission today when we started was to, 1, clear the roadblock, legal blockade on the roadway, make sure we open that up, and then also to clear the encampment, the north encampment where they were camping on private land.
Police say fires were also set to multiple Dakota Access Pipeline backhoes and bulldozers. The Cannonball Bridge also went up in flames, according to law enforcement. Be sure to stay with us. Later on Valley News Live at 9, federal officials are setting new privacy guidelines for internet service providers. Find out how you can tell if you're protected. And some new details are surfacing on a murder investigation in Monoman County. Be sure to stick around for that. But first, weather-wise, it's been a pretty quiet day in the valley, and we're wondering what's tonight and tomorrow going to look like as kiddos are stepping on the bus.
Yeah, for most of us tonight, quiet. We do have a few raindrops falling up in the northern portions of the valley. The vast majority of us are going to stay dry. And if you liked today's mild weather, you're really going to like tomorrow's even warmer weather. A live look outside on the CorwinAuto.com Valley Sky Cam. Cloudy skies continue here in the Fargo-Moorhead area, as well as much of the region. Traffic moving along nicely. Pavement is dry. Anticipated to stay dry here in Fargo, but we'll show you those showers up north here in just a moment. 52 degrees, winds out of the south and southeast at 20 miles per hour. Those winds will stay breezy as we head through the next couple of hours or so, and then those winds slowly subside. A mixture of 40s and 50s across the area, right at 50 in many locations, including Sisseton, Gwinner, Valley City, Jamestown, Devils Lake, and in Langdon. The winds, again, on the gusty side, they will subside later on tonight. Tomorrow, a touch breezy out there, but not too bad by North Dakota and Minnesota standards. A lot of cloud cover out there. Again, unfortunate because the northern lights look like they'll be out once again tonight. They've been out all week, but unfortunately we've been dealing with cloud cover all week as well. There are the showers that continue to make their way through northern portions of Minnesota. Relatively light, not going to be a big deal. Those will get on out of here in the next few hours. Across the northern plains, outside of those showers, it's quiet out there. Just some variable cloudiness across the region and across the national map. Quite a bit of rain up and down the western portions of the U.S. Some of that heavy making its way onshore in Southern California, and some rain and some snow, some sleet, some freezing rain falling over parts of the Northeast. Winter weather advisory still in effect for parts of New York as well as parts of Maine for several inches of snow. For us, we've got the clouds to deal with and that chance for, again, a few showers across the northern portion of Minnesota. Again, those get on out of here in the next few hours. Could see some fog develop, especially in our western and northern counties as we head through the overnight hours and into tomorrow morning. Keep that in mind if you've got some travel plans very late tonight and early tomorrow. As we head through time tomorrow, we'll see southwesterly winds turning to the west, and then as a cool front starts to move on in, northwesterly. But ahead of that front, we're going to see temperatures warming up into the 60s, maybe even some low 70s across the far southern portions of the valley, and then some cooler air starts to move back on in. Along with that, a chance for a few isolated sprinkles. Here in Fargo, we'll start off the day on the mild note. Temperatures in the upper 40s by lunchtime, approaching 60, and we'll wrap up the day getting on up into the mid-60s with partly to mostly cloudy skies. Picture of the day, a beautiful shot. Thanks to Ruth for sending this in. Going to use that as the background of our 7-day forecast, the foggy Fargo sunrise. And again, tomorrow, a nice day with temperatures well into the 60s, but behind the cool front, 40s for your Saturday. Bundle up as you head out the door. Low 50s Sunday and Halloween. Yeah, it looks like there could be some rain over parts of the area. Right now, the best chance for that rain looks to be about the northern 2/3 of the valley, but we'll fine-tune that as we get closer to Monday.
Gosh, those eerie photos of the fog in the morning are creepy, but they're beautiful. They're stunning.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you, Robert.
You got it.
In the next couple of weeks, your online information will be more protected. Federal officials okayed new privacy guidelines for internet service providers, meaning companies like Cable One or Mid-Continent will have new restrictions so they don't abuse customers' information. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson shows us 3 big ways the new rules will impact you.
Whether you're using an app, browsing the internet, or have your smartphone location settings turned on, your information is being tracked.
I kind of choose not to think about it. Kind of freaks me out sometimes.
To keep what you do online more private, federal regulators pass new policies. Companies like Verizon, Cable One, Sprint, or Mid-Continent will now need your explicit consent before using or sharing any of your personal information, like your emails, health records, social security number, or the history of where your smartwatch has been.
Well, if you don't give it out, you don't have to worry about using it. And I limit a lot of what I put out.
Dennis Ernst is very selective about what he does online. He's in favor of more privacy, but he's still cautious.
Well, the only one thing is, how much does government get involved with the internet? You know, what is private and what isn't private. It's their decision.
The new rules will make internet service providers tell customers very clearly what data they're going to collect from you, why, and how they're going to do it.
I'm in high school, so we kind of embrace the internet with using computers and all that stuff for homework and assignments and such. So I think you kind of have to, and that's a downside of everyone using the internet.
The guidelines will also force internet service providers to take more steps to tell customers when there's a data breach. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
If you want to read more about the new federal guidelines, we have more information on our website, valleynewslive.com. Just click on this story. New for you now at 9 o'clock, the Minnesota BCA is now leading the ongoing investigation in the death of Haley Soyring. Soyring was found in a wooded area just northeast of Aleta, Minnesota, Friday afternoon. The Monoman County Sheriff's Office says her boyfriend, Mike Goodman, died on October 20th. That's just one day after Soyring's body was found. Police say Goodman received a call on the 20th, then walked to his car and never came back. His friends later found him passed out in his car. Goodman's death has been ruled as non-suspicious. As for Soyring's investigation, Clearwater County and Becker County Sheriff's Office are assisting the Minnesota BCA in their investigation. The Monoman County Sheriff's Office says at this point they do not believe the 2 deaths are related. Moorhead's only had the Nextdoor app for about a week, but people are wasting no time taking to it. They're expressing their concerns over growing crime on Bellesley Boulevard. A thread posted on Nextdoor has neighbors talking about groups of kids up to no good. Car break-ins, thefts, and people leaving because of it. Police say the area isn't any more crime-ridden than other parts of the city, but dispatch logs show an attempted rape and theft report from just yesterday. At least one apartment building has taken to notifying people about suspicious activity. That's in part why Moorhead police want to up their social media presence.
We recognize that law enforcement can't solve all of the issues, many of the issues by themselves. We need to engage and be part of the community and have the community's involvement as well.
There was also a home invasion last week along the boulevard as well. A woman searching for a new home in Moorhead came close to being out over $1,000. She found a home for rent on Craigslist, but quickly realized it was a scam. Valley News Team's Natalie Parsons explained why the ad was simply too good to be true.
That was the house.
People use Craigslist for many different types of purchases.
Mary Merzla is no stranger to it, so when it came to looking for a new home for her and her sister, she knew exactly where to look first, and they found a home that sparked their interest.
They wanted $800 rent. It's a Rambler style, 2-car garage, 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
She contacted the seller and she got an email stating the homeowner and his wife had moved to Texas to become missionaries, so they were looking for someone to rent their home while they're gone up to 6 years. After emailing back and forth, Merzla and her sister were approved for the home and asked for $1,450 to cover a deposit and part of the rent.
He would immediately send us the keys along with the rental agreement and promise to refund our deposit if we were not satisfied.
Merzla hadn't seen the inside of the home yet, so she wasn't going to send him anything. The seller even tried striking up a deal, saying once the money was deposited into his account, she would get the keys within 24 hours. That's when she sensed this was no longer about the home, it was about the money. This was a scam, and she'd never get those keys.
People that make an occupation out of scamming people can do it and attack anyone, anywhere. So they take photographs, whether it's an advertisement for a house that may be for sale, pretend that it's theirs, try and get some kind of deposit or try to get some type of funds.
Moorhead police say scammers are even willing to change their story to make it believable and lure you in. But as for Merzla, she knows better.
We've rented so many houses and apartments that we know that this is not how it's done.
In Moorhead, Natalie Parsons, Valley News Live.
We stopped by the Moorhead home to find that a new owner had just moved in a few days ago. He says he dealt with Hatch Realty for the purchase and never had to put down a deposit. Still ahead tonight, Election Day is quickly approaching. What you need to know about 2 different measures is next.